Hey Scorpio, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. It's May, guys. It is my birthday, the 3rd of May, and I nearly lost your card. So let's begin. So I'm going to do Mercury in retrograde reading this month. So this is going to be for our normal reading of May. So please check out for a second video for the Mercury in retrograde reading. It's going to be a 3-card reading, and we will basically go on about the energies of what we're dealing with per sign for this month. So check out for that. Firstly, let's see what's in store for you for May. So for some reason we are having relationship readings for May. It kind of makes sense. Venus is the ruling planet, and Taurus is a great sensual lover and all that kind of jazz. It's definitely looking that way for you, more so than any other sign actually, Scorpio, which is quite interesting. Okay, interesting. A lot of love coming through. Okay, so firstly you have growth in reverse. I'll show you what I'm seeing before I begin. Quite an interesting card. I am loving these Queen of the Moon Oracle cards. I haven't played with them as much as I should actually. I think I'm going to use them for the Mercury in retrograde reading. Let's have a look. Okay, so I feel like there's something to do with time. I feel like there's a sense of not enough time, or that something's taking you too long. Like it's a vibe that you feeling like something's taking too long to grow. And it feels kind of like it's like a major aspect of your life that you are wanting to grow, and it just feels like there's not enough time, or it's taking too much time. So that's interesting. I do feel like there's something, it feels like something big that you're desiring, or that you are waiting for. I just get the sense of not enough time, or waiting, or taking too long. It feels impatient, as though something can't come quick enough. Very interesting. Let me open. The first card we have is Deceit in reverse. So I feel like as well, I'm drawn straight back to the time and this deceit card. There's deceit in reverse. I don't feel like there is actually deceit. I feel like something's being deceiving for you, as though time is deceiving or something along those lines, because it's just taking me back to this clock. I keep coming back to this clock with the growth card, and this deceit. I mean, I'll show you the deceit card, and this is how I am looking at both of these. I have a little lip on my desk, which this is set upright, and then that's like this. And he, to me, is just looking at this tiny little clock here. And I feel like he's eyeing this clock up. So there's some kind of, so like I said, time can be deceiving, is what I want to say. Let's have a look what else I'm getting from this. I am drawn to the tassel. There's a golden tassel. This could be financial. I feel like maybe you are wanting to reap a reward financially, and it's taking too long. Waiting for something to be approved. Waiting for an aspect that's taking too long, taking its time. And I get the sense of this again. This whole column feels like it is also connected with love. Here's one. Sorry, my son is interrupting. There's an aspect of love in this. I'm not getting much more than feeling like financially, and I feel like potentially maybe you need something to be approved for you to feel like you can take a next step. I guess that could be the love within this. It's not giving me a whole lot other than there's all these reds coming through, and it's just giving me kind of loving passion. But it's the more so is coming through this kind of financial aspect of time and financially waiting. Could be approval. And again, when we say financial and prosperity, it can not necessarily be literally financially. Sometimes I feel like this could be home life, something that really kind of gives a solid foundation, because that is coin, that is growth, that is kind of assets. So I kind of feel like it could be anything along those lines for you, Scorpio. But I feel like it is kind of maybe hesitating, putting kind of a halt on your love aspect of your life. We come on to next is the daughter romance, and it feels like that. I feel like there is a daughter romance, and you are kind of on this other side. I feel like you're waiting to walk through those doors. On the other side we have, I'll show you the imagery. On the other side of these doors we have a locked heart, and I do feel like they are waiting for you to unlock the heart. They're waiting for you to begin this journey. This is the last one. No more. No more. I feel like they are waiting for you on this other side, but you are kind of this side of the door. I feel like you are waiting before you take that option. And I do feel like you just kind of, like, when this get approved, it's taking way too long, and you can't grow this something big until this is approved. This is how I feel like your attitude is. You're kind of departmentalizing things. So this is how I'm reading it, is beginning of May, middle of May, and end of May. So coming into May, I do feel like you are just waiting on something and you are not taking this next step. The next card is Angel of Love. So that love is there for you, and it is kind of time to take it. I do kind of want to say to you that not to hold back. The doors won't be open for a long time, and they won't stay open, but right now during this time the doors are open, and that love is the other side of those doors, and it is waiting for you. And I feel like this person is waiting, but again, with this deceiving of time, I feel like it's basically saying like there is a time limit on this, and if you keep waiting for something to happen before you make a move, or waiting to commit because you kind of want your ducks in a row, this could pass. And I'm getting that this is there for you during this time, but again, it could pass. No more. I am then to the next part. Like my eyesight is taking me to over here where there's a walking away, and I think that's where I feel like that this person could potentially walk away from you if you don't commit. So be wary of that. I feel like this is going to be a really quick reading for you, Scorpio, because I feel like I'm being pulled straight to this middle of May for you, and away from that. Because you have fear in reverse, and I feel like you literally have no more fears. And I just feel like you are kind of not worried and not fearful of that time. I feel like you are oblivious to this. Like, you think it's fine, I just want to get my ducks in a row. And I feel like this is you being fearless. And I feel like, yes, that can be a good energy, but I really am getting that that's not a good energy for you. What's kind of coming through for me, for you, is that I feel like your heart, the love, the person that may be in question, they're feeling quite vulnerable in this, but I feel like you're oblivious to their feelings during this time, Scorpio, so be mindful of that, because I get this sense, and I'll show you what I'm seeing, because this to me feels like that is the external. This feels like someone who is vulnerable within your vicinity. If this is not about love, this could be literally there's a vulnerable aspect of your life that you are this. You're like, this person's vulnerable, this thing is vulnerable, but you are kind of this force that's kind of, I feel like, in your own world. You're holding on to all these things, and these things are ifs, whats, buts, maybes, and they want to be set. And I want to kind of show you as well, with this, we have the cage around the heart. Rainbow, you're knocking my camera. You're not having any more. No. Take it away. Now go out there and eat the ones I opened, please. Thanking you. So there's that cage here as well, but the heart's not there anymore. The heart's not in the cage, and I feel like this is where we're coming from, of there being that lost love. So be worried that that heart is not in the cage anymore, so it could potentially be that, you know, you're going to allow that heart to kind of fade, disappear from you, which is not what we want. We don't want this to go, well, I mean, you might do, but just be wary that could happen. That's a potential. So with this next card, which is in this fear column, so this is mid-May again that I'm reading this. So Mercury in retrograde starts in the 10th of May, on the 10th of May. So I want you to be mindful of that. The energies that come with the Mercury in retrograde is communication. It's how we communicate with people. So things that happen are kind of things that, like, so if there's communications that come forward, these are things that we have to deal with and face. And I feel like this really could be that someone might walk away from you during this time. I'll show you. To me, she's representing the heart. She is red of the heart that we have on here, and the red is giving me love through this reading for you. And she is walking away, but I feel like she loves you. And remember, there's not a gender to this. This is just me reading the card because there's a feminine imagery here. But again, this could be male or female, whichever you are attracted to during this time. But yeah, she is representing love, a love interest. And I feel like she's walking away, but there's love there for you. This being loves you, but she's walking away. Basically for her own interest is kind of what it feels like. It does feel like, I do feel like this is not in your best interest for the most part. Obviously, if you feel it is, don't take that part of the guidance. But I do feel like this person does love you and is kind of like wants to be a part of your life, but she's gonna walk away. Interesting. But then the next card is man holding a coin. So this to me feels like this thing you've been waiting financially could potentially come into play here, but it might be too late. So if you're going to wait for love until you get this financial income, the security, then that may be too late here. But I feel like, again, something is going to be approved and this will finally happen for you. So this is mid-May for you, Scorpio. It feels seductive, as though you feel like, now I'm ready. But remember, this is coming after the walk away, so don't miss your opportunities and don't let your ego get the better of you. The next card is community, so I do feel like with that approval, you are now able to feel like you can relax and enjoy yourself, come together. I do get this sense of celebration. And good times. I feel like your heart is on the outside again, so this could be that love is on the outside, but they're there lingering on the edge in this one. I don't know what that could mean for you. They're lingering on the edge, but it feels like there's still love in the air is what I want to say. Which obviously, even though someone walks away from us, it's not always finalized. It's not them walking away long term, but I just get the sense that someone could be walking away. However, in this card, after the kind of thing you've been waiting for, I feel like they're on the edges. So there's the potential that even if this does happen, someone walks away from you, that they could be persuadable to come back. But I do want you to be mindful of your communications with this. You can very much prevent this. I feel like you can prevent that walking away by being able to, because obviously these are energies that are coming in a future base for you. So you've been given this kind of insight now. You can change this. However, this is, as it stands now, is how the energies are reading for me. But I get that you are relaxed during this time. You are able to relax. So I do feel like whatever this security aspect that you are waiting for, after that comes in, that you are able to kind of really relax into this energy. So I feel like up until this, you are kind of like a very, I want to say powerful energy, in the sense that you are very dominating in this kind of anxious or this worry or just a dominating energy until it is approved. And I feel like it's because of anxiety of waiting for this, of the time, and it coming into place, that it's kind of like a full-on switch, really, of you being in one state to being in another state, of kind of finding your relaxing vibes within that. Quite interesting. Next in the final column, so this kind of comes into the end of May. This is when we're really in the thick of all of that Mercury in retrograde energy. And I am really reading May as Mercury in retrograde because it just feels very dominating in aspects of relationships and what it is going to kind of mean for us in aspects and areas of how we are with our relationships with people and family and things like that. Your first card is the unexpected. I actually feel like this is not necessarily, this is reverse for you, and I'm feeling like it's not unexpected. However, I feel like it can feel that for you. So I do feel like in areas of love that you are able to turn that around, because I feel like it's unexpected to you because you have this sense of loss and it be unexpectedly coming together. So I feel like if you're following these energies as they are, that there will be a coming together anyway, and it's kind of unexpected, but it feels relief for me, which is why I feel like because you are so relaxed, this is like a relieving kind of connection. It does feel, it's giving me peace. It's giving me like a connection, reconnecting, that kind of feel. The goddess of the moon, again, the goddess of the moon is again about connection, but she's kind of connected with the moon. She's one with the moon. She's flowing through the cycles and she's flowing with her vibe. And I do feel like you are literally holding on to something right now, coming into the beginning of May, like with these sights of something you want to grow and nurture, but it's like there's not enough time, and you're waiting for something, and you're waiting on something, and this has prevented you from flowing with your natural energies, so that when it is finalized and when it comes into play, that you are then able to just smoothly flow nicer, like with the moon cycles. So when we're flowing with the moon cycles, we are able to kind of create those future aspects and those goals, but work towards them. We are able to release what no longer serves, let go of anything that's kind of causing us grief, in order to move forward. It's like that natural cycle, and I feel like you are in your own energy. Like you're like, I'm feeling it, I'm good now. The next one is Magician and the Mirror. He is reversed as well. I do feel like this is a time of balance for you, of you balancing that, but I do feel like somebody else is creating that balance for you. I do feel like whoever this relationship, love, influence is, really can be a balance for you, and I feel like they are like the light to your darkness, is a feel that I get. And I do not believe that, that we need somebody in order to be whole, but it really does feel like this person is such a good influence for you, that they are a positive and somebody that shines lights on your darkness, and kind of sees you for who you are. And this is kind of what it feels like for me, is that you are in balance, and I'm drawn towards the unexpected couple here in there, and this Magician in reverse. I'm just getting this kind of balance. They just feel like they complete each other. So be mindful of that with this person walking away. For some of you, Scorpio, you could miss a chance. And I feel like this person could be a really good, positive person. And that's why I'm here telling you, don't let this good thing get away from you. So be mindful of that. We have Happy Family in reverse. And again, I feel like you need to be grateful of what it is that you really have kind of being offered to you. It is in reverse, and I feel like you are just... this is what I mean, like it's unexpected, and I feel like you are not able to embrace this. Something in you is preventing you from being able to see what's right in front of you. So be mindful of that. It could be as well, I feel like potentially you've gone from being this harsh energy to this relaxed energy. This could be this balance where you are feeling unworthy of this, like that you have, and actually what came in as I said that, it's kind of like when you treat someone a certain way and then they still come to you despite your worst attitude, you can feel unworthy. And this is what I'm getting with this Happy Family. So again, be mindful of your own energy. This is what I'm going to say to you for the month of May, is be mindful of your own energy, how it is affecting those in your life, especially those that you want to be a positive toward. Be mindful of your own energy. Check in on yourself. Make sure that you are being your best self. That's what we all always want, right? Be your best self, and kind of don't allow don't allow future events to affect how you are now. So when you're waiting for something to be approved before you start creating your life, you are putting people on hold. You're putting everything on hold, waiting for something that may or may not happen. Be mindful. And thank you so much, Scorpio. Please keep an eye out for the Mercury in retrograde reading. I feel like that energy reading could be really beneficial for you, for a little bit of insight on what Mercury has in store for you. And I'll see you next month. Thank you, guys.